All right, Carter, you got 2587.
Not for long. I make bad financial decisions.
Well, I'll let Brian do that because I'm only going into the chats of the communities I'm trying to promote. So I'm trying to promote the hunt. I'm trying to promote the pressable defects. I'm promoting the things that I want to see, and I need everybody else to do the same.
There's a number of bigger channels, Two Brothers, Bruce and Stephanie. There's some channels that are, 3, 4, 5,000 subs that have been nominated. I hope that they'll start to, mention it or promote it. You got to get those bigger channels involved. And so I've reached out, and some people have said, the awards aren't for me. And
oh my gosh, you scared the shit out of me.
Oh my god, little people.
All right, sorry guys, go ahead.
But yeah, it's just a matter of trying to get, whoever will help promote it or spread the word about it, on board.
It's funny you mentioned those channels that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 subs. What do you consider a large?
He's like, would you suck a dick a week for $100,000 a year? I said yes. No question about it.
100,000 a year is definitely not enough.
It's not enough for you to suck. That's only 52 dick sucks. You get basically $2,000 a week.
But just the repeatedness of it, dude. Like, if I was a woman or if I was gay, I'm all in. I dread going to work now. Imagine if that was your job and you got to go to work next week.
Dude, I would bang it out. I would just be like, all right, let me try and get like 10 done a day. I would just up front do a week of work, suck 52 dicks in a week, and have 51 weeks where I get $100K to do whatever I want. I'm not swallowing, though.
Haters gonna hate.
Butts.
What up? What up? It is Tuesday once again, and we are back for another FOC and chill. We are 2 episodes away. This episode and next episode, and then boom, Heroes Con. I liked my Comics Curing Cancer so much. My Comics Curing Cancer shirt. I liked it so much, the green one, that I had to get another one so I could wear both days of the con that I'll be there, because I got to fly out on Sunday, so I'll only be there Friday and Saturday, but I will be flying in Thursday night, so I'll be ready to get down Thursday, and I cannot wait to see I'm more excited about seeing everyone than about buying any books or getting any signatures. Honestly, I really am. I mean, getting the SIGs are cool. I can't wait to see Jenny Frizen. I'm gonna stare at her from far. It won't be creepy at all, guys. She won't even notice me, so don't worry about it. But I'm definitely gonna do that because I'm a big Jenny Frizen stan, so I'm looking forward to that. The link is in the chat. Every week we have the battle. Will we talk about FOC, or will the homies jump on and say, "Hey, no, let's talk about something else"? While we wait to figure that out, let's get into the chat here. We got the homie Las Cruces always first. If I put it in early. Thank you, Las Cruces, for supporting the channel. And we've got our first contestant. Cliff is in the house. What's up, Cliffy? Good to see you, my man. Happy Pride Month. I was just joking about the whole fuck Pride Month thing. I was just playing.
You better be. You don't even know how day 2 of Pride Month, I was already on them streets. Fucking,
We got my comic book brother, Scotty Vaughn. And since both of you here, let's talk about your trade. You guys are traders. Let's just talk about
why are we traders? What did we do?
Two traders here. My comic book brother, Scotty Vaughn, and Cliff, a week from today, in about 30 minutes, we'll be having a little show, Comic Book Addicts, with John Boy Myers.
Yes.
So we're gonna be competing with each other next Tuesday night. But if you're a big John Boy Myers fan, then you should probably go see what they're doing.
Yeah,
no hard feelings.
Come on. I mean, it's one Tuesday.
I'm kidding. No hard feelings.
You know,
I
know how people are out here. You know, out on these interwebs. Everyone's like, "Oh, wow."
Oh no. I know a lot of people. I would say a lot of people, but I do know people like that. Where if you were to do something like that, they would be like, "That's a deal. That's a deal breaking friendship deal breaking move right there." But I'm not like that. Like, first of all, I have less than 1,000 subs. It ain't even that serious. And second of all, a lot of people feel like the way to get viewers is to pressure and push people and influence them and make them feel guilty for not watching your channel. But the real way that you get viewers is by putting on cool shit that people want to watch. And that's always going to be the answer. So having John Boy Myers on, that's cool shit that people want to watch, man. I ain't mad about it. Not mad about it.
I mean, and I hope people want to watch, because it's funny to me, because like I love interview. My hair is wild. I love interview stuff, you know, like I love every kind of interview. You know, it's very Oprah of me. And like, I fantasize about being big gay Oprah, right?
Yeah.
So like, and then only to find out as like, I've been immersing myself in this community and like everything that's like, you know, like the environments that it cultivates. And like, a lot of people are like, I'm not that interested in interviews. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, there's space for all kinds of content. And I've seen him. He was with Naman and Otaku.
I saw that too. And all I gotta say is I gotta pull up my panties and you know, and put on my big boy act so I can deliver hard. You know.
Oh goodness gracious!
Well, not to mention he's not bad looking, so that'll help me. And
we'll try and simmer down now, okay?
What's the worst that could actually? You know what? I know the worst that could happen, but
hashtag me too. We got Durs in the house. What's up, Durs? Got to work early. No worries, man. I appreciate you coming through and you know, bumping the algorithm a little bit with a comment, man. I always appreciate whatever you can give me. We got the homie Eli G in the house. What's up? Oh, Cliff is here. The Low Grades is here in the house. What's up, J2? Thanks for joining me, man. I was just watching
Low Grades on Gary.
I was just watching two, actually one half, really, because I'm keeping Ross in the mix. So I was watching half of the Low Grades on Gary B's channel, the 1011. Interesting channel or show with James and Rob from the Low Grades. Of course, J2 was in the comments, so it was good to hang out with him. But we're always missing my dreamy Ross. He's so good looking. He's the best. I mean, he's the best looking man I've ever seen. Really, no other man.
What are you talking about? And where do I have to start finding this immediately?
His name is Ross, and I'm super straight, Cliff. You know this, but Ross is
super straight. Yeah.
but Ross is a very good looking man.
Wait,
yeah.
Ross is on whose channel? And why am I not?
He's a low grade. He's been gone for a while now, but he's a low grade. He's one of the low grades.
Goodness, low grade. What am I looking? Low grade. What?
He's married, Cliff. So just
that's never stopped me before. What's wrong with you?
Okay. You know? Great dude, very good looking dude. I miss him. Can't wait for him to come back to the Low Grades. I have hope that he will be back.
All right, the Low Grades. I'm digging. Now I got to look for old episodes.
We got C Bizzle in the house. What's up, C Bizzle? Good to see you, man. Check out Couchin' and Slouchin'. Cliff is here on time. Kansas City's in the building. What's up, Swag Doug?
By the way, if you can't get enough C Bizzle, you can always find him on the Council of Comics.
I saw. Is he like he's an official member, right? I've been seeing him. Yeah, nice, very cool.
We make him contribute to the prize pool and everything.
Congratulations, buddy. You are a valuable employee. We got
shop is 0.
We got Shop for Comics in the house. Check out the Shopverse on Instagram. Great guy, man. Go Hawkeye football. Am I right? Punting is winning. That's Hawkeye football, I think. That's what they chant at football games. Punting is winning. Punting is winning. Phil's Treehouse is here. What's up, Phil? Good to see you, my man. Check out Phil's Treehouse Sort on Sundays. Always a good time. I was actually at the splash pad with my kids listening to Phil. Sorry, Cliff. Go ahead.
That's okay. Listen, you're the host. I'm just ruining everything with my big mouth. No, Phil will be my guest on Coffee and Comics with Cliff this Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern.
And that'll be 9 a.m. God's time. So check that out. That'll be
God's time. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
This is God.
I want you to know that metaphorically, metaphysically, and literally, that can't exist.
That sounds like something you would, you East Coast liberals would say. So I'm not surprised by that.
First of all, all right. How dare you call me out on my liberalness with all my pride paraphernalia in play? All right. So there's no secret liberal thing happening here. My ass is liberal as fuck. Also, I'd like to think that I'm a cool liberal because I don't light everything on fire just because one little person says one wrong thing.
I'm just kidding.
You say 10 wrong things, and I'm going to flip your car over and Dark Phoenix that shit.
Oh, my goodness gracious. We do not want to see Dark Cliff. We don't want to see that.
No, and I got 3 levels: Hulk Cliff, Magneto Cliff, Dark Phoenix Cliff. Right?
That's what's up, Swag does. Sorry, man. Go ahead and tell us more.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I get angry. You're gonna get Hulk Cliff. I may put you through a wall, or whatever this is, plaster, whatever, right? And then you get me amped up. I feel injustice in the world. Magneto Cliff. And then you piss me off so much that screw all of you. The human race is worthless. Dark Phoenix Cliff.
We got actual Dracula in the house. Dracula, are you coming to Heroes Con again? Because I sure would like to hang out, man. That would be real cool.
Oh my God. I'm having so many moments.
What does that mean? What's up, Chop?
No, I'm having a mental breakdown over not going to Heroes Con.
Yeah, I would too, man. I had one last year about it, man, because last year was a big year too. A lot of the homies went, and I was real sad to not be there, man.
But I've tried so many things to try and make it happen for me, right? Because I bare minimum, I at least need money to pay my way, right?
Get there, and you want to be able to buy some drinks, hang out.
I've whittled it down to, if I could just have enough money to show up and eat, I don't even give a shit about buying anything anymore because I just want to meet everybody, right? So and even that, I'm like, nope. I'm like this, I'm so negative. I'm like, it's over. So my new goal is just to try and save up as much money as I can between now and August for Heroes Con. I'm sorry, Terrific Con, and just try and make that happen.
You know what the answer is, right?
Sports gambling. Sell my pussy on the streets? I've been trying, dude. Not everybody wants this.
Sports gambling is what I was going to say, actually.
Oh, that's that. I can't do that. I can't do the statistical ratios.
I'm kidding. It's a terrible plan. I'm kidding.
You're completely. So, because there's a little twinge of honesty in your voice where you were like, you should do it.
Oh, it's my plan. Yeah. But it's not,
it's not a good plan. We shouldn't be doing that.
What's up, Psychedelic Comics? Thanks for coming through. We got another member of the Low Grades is here. James, what's up, my man? James is one of my favorite people to give shit. And James and I are the same in that way. I feel like in that a lot of people love to give us shit because it's fun to give us shit. And so we catch shit from all directions. So I feel like we have that in common, but he's still going to catch shit from me. That's not going to change, especially being a Raiders fan. Good to see you thanks for coming. Hey, link is in the chat. If you want to jump on and tell us what's going on this week, what are the hot topics? I did a quick look around. I didn't see any hot topics other than Heroes. Everybody excited about Heroes Con.
All right, so I found an old episode of the Low Grades, and there's a dude with beautifully coiffed hair. I'm assuming.
If he's beautiful, then it's him. If he's beautiful, it's him.
It's beautifully coiffed hair. Does that sound right? Like the hair is just,
yeah, he's brother lot. Like I'm sorry, actually J2 says Ross is off limits, so you might want to back off.
I don't care that Ross is off limits. Well, I'm allowed to look. I'm not dead. What is this? What games are we playing, people? You know?
Oh, Beckerman said something nice about me in the chat. It's been months since that happened. I've been counting the days. So thank you, Beckerman. I appreciate you.
Oh my god, I went too far back in time. Sith Lordy looks like a teenager in the video I found.
Yeah, they've been around a while. Beckerman, if you want to jump on and tell us what books you're going to send with me to Heroes Con, if you're ready to talk about that, that'd be interesting. I've been looking forward to finding out what you're going to go for here. I'm ready to stand in lines for you. Cliff,
sir,
you ever lick a giraffe neck?
No, I have not. I have not been in the presence of a giraffe.
Do you want to? As J2 is asking.
Oh my god, really? But why a giraffe neck? Please tell me the giraffe neck is slang for something that I have actually licked.
We got Comics with Bueller in the house.
Legendary Comics with Bueller. Did you see them guns? Oh my God, Bueller. Jesus, what are you doing? The power of Christ compelled him to get them muscles. Ooh, I got the hot sweats as soon as I saw that picture today. Mwah. I'm glad you're taking care of yourself. Okay, it's very important. All right, men's health is often neglected. So thank you.
What's up, Travis? You got a nice pop from Cliff there. Good to see you, my man. I was gonna say before Cliff went off there that it was so great to have the Monday morning show back that one time, but it's feeling like a tease. I need that Monday morning show back. It was such a great hangout, man. I loved having it back that one episode. So thank you for that. And thank you for coming through saying what's up. I appreciate you, my man. There's Mark. What up? Check out Legion of Comics, one of the great comic book channels on YouTube. My man, Mark. Thanks for coming through and hanging out. I appreciate you. Oh, we got Comic Journey in the house. I thought he was mad at me. I came to one of his shows and he said hi to literally every single person in the chat except for me. And when people were like, hey, why don't you say hi to Marcus? He was like, oh, whatever. I was like, dude, what the fuck, man? I'm here hanging out with everybody. Why am I being singled out here? And then I message him and he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean you don't know what I'm talking about? Get the fuck out of here. Well, what's up, CJ? All love, man. Good to see you.
Listen, you get the best of both CJs, so you know you're okay.
I was catching that heat that night.
Big Lion Cat, Patrick.
We got BLC. I think last I heard, was it up in the air that you're going to be in Heroes Con, or are you going to be there? Because I would love to kick it again, man. I think you are going to be there. Actually, I think you are. Nah, we're going to be fine. You know, they don't do that over $5 bets, buddy. We're going to be fine. Don't worry about me. No, I did not watch this video of exposing a Whatnot streamer. Does anybody know what he's talking about? We got some drama. I don't watch Sticky Goose. It's not really that sort of like recreational outrage, clickbait kind of thing is not my thing. But I understand that there's a space for it in this community, but it's just not really my thing. So if he put something out, I probably didn't see it unless somebody told me to see it. But yeah, apparently you don't know anything about that, Cliff.
No, I feel similar to you on the matter. Oh, look at Bleeker. What's up, nerd holes? I was like, my pussy's ready for you whenever you want. Get that facial hair back on.
Ross says the giraffe. That one. Yeah, it flew over my head too, though. Actually, I didn't know what we were talking about.
You know, I do like a nice neck. You know, that's okay.
It's been a while. It's been a while since we had Phil on. Good to see you, my man. Thanks for jumping on.
Full treehouse effect.
Looking good. What's going on with you, my man?
Wow. I love it.
Hello, how are you?
More Ross analysis. Ross is a great guy. Smart guy, deep thinking sort of fella, sweet guy, great hair, as you pointed out.
Oh, fabulous hair from what I've seen. I didn't notice a giraffe neck yet. You know,
very nice facial features. I mean, if I was straight, I'd probably fuck him.
listen, you are straight and you're already tempted. So there you go.
That was the joke, Cliff. Calm down.
You know, I don't know. There's jokes and there's you know, I don't know. I mean, definitely you could blow my back out. Like it wouldn't even be a question, you know.
I don't think I could.
Like, you know, just like a few drinks and you'll be like, look, I'm like, let's go, let's do it. Shower cavity and everything. Let's do it.
I am a proud ally, and I've never cared if people thought I was gay, but I assure you, I'm not. But I don't care if people think I am, though.
You're not. I'm not worried that you are. I am just saying that once in a while, you know, people are bored. It's late and we're drunk.
Not on my planet. We got the hunk.
Oh, Legend Daddy has arrived.
We got Daddy himself. Comics with Bueller. What's up, my man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
Well, we can see you're doing quite well. I remember you were on with Scotty Vaughn a long time ago now, I feel like. But we actually talked about health and getting it together. We talked about some of the comic book community that had passed away. Yeah. And I remember you talking about one of your big goals was to turn it around health-wise. And we all saw your Instagram post. You apparently mission accomplished banner.
Yeah, man. It's next month is my birthday. I turn 49. And so the goal was to lose the weight, which I've done. And then between 49 and 50, my goal is to really kind of get really ripped, I guess you'd say. So yeah, that's the plan going forward. So
I love where you're starting, and you're doing great.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm trying to get like Bueller.
Yeah, I got weights in my bus, so I take them with me when I go. So you got there's stages, all right. Bueller is Legend Daddy, all right. Legend Zaddy is Cup of Comics Will. So like so we need to get you to Will level, and then you get to Bueller level.
Bueller, what is the next con? Is it by chance Heroes Con?
No, it's Heroes Con is kind of rough for me to go to because I have a con like usually the same weekend up in the Pacific Northwest that I host, and the Washington State Summer Con that our buddy went to with us last year, if I'm not mistaken. The guy you do the other video with.
Oh, Lorenzo. Yeah, my comic book dad.
Sorry. So he was there. So that's coming up like the weekend before. And it's just hard for me to get across the country from Washington State all the way over to the next one within a couple days.
I figured as much. It is a long way. I do have plans and goals of getting out there is it the Emerald City Con, I think you guys have out there?
That one's up
or something like that.
Yeah, that's the Seattle one. I don't know when that one is. I don't really go to that one. I go to the Washington State Summer Con is the one I go to this month, and we're just that's the one I host. So that's the one I was just finishing the panels today and putting them together and pairing up.
The guest lineup is absolutely insane.
Well, let's talk about that. We got a few PNW folks. My comic book dad, like I said, is from there. What's going on with that con?
There's Superman galore, Smallville galore, Clone Wars galore, Justice League Unlimited galore, you know, and good crossover because Rosenbaum is the Flash and Lex Luthor on Smallville, so he can run back and forth and take pictures.
Yeah,
you know, my beloved George Newbern, who is underrated. He is the Justice League Superman. Because Tim Daly was not available. So like he's great, you know. And my God, I love all these people. I got to meet most of the cast of the Justice League so far, but this is a beautiful looking con.
Oh, who do you got from Sons of Anarchy? Oh, you got Ron Perlman.
Mm-hmm. They got almost the whole cast, it seems like.
God, Demon Slayer cast. Yo, people are gonna lose their mind just for that.
Yeah.
We got did you get Beverly Crusher.
Yep.
She was supposed to come to Planet Comic Con, but she ended up canceling. I was going to go stare at her too.
Gates McFadden.
They
She
don't
is
have,
so
they don't
wonderful.
have a lot of comic book guests this year. It's kind of light. They only have about 15 comic book people, but they went really heavy on like the anime stuff and the celebrities this year. But apparently that's where the money is right now. So
It really is, because I don't know. It seems to me sometimes when you hear comic book collectors talk, like I feel like we don't understand how small of a niche we are. We're
yeah,
really, really, really small.
yeah.
So that makes perfect sense to me.
I mean, they got like Jim Starlin and Shooter and
Ryan Otley. Oh, Mark
Otley.
Brooks.
Yeah,
Ken Lashley.
Booker T.
and Sting.
Sting.
Yeah,
Oh,
Sting.
shit.
Frank
That's-
Cho is gonna be there. Ooh, grab your TNA, everybody. Frank Cho is in the house.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, as far as the celebs con, though, I mean, you got some bangers, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're lit up on there. So
I love Brent Spiner was supposed to come to Planet Comic Con too and had to cancel. Michael Dorn would be dope. I would love to see him.
Brent
Ken
Spiner,
Lashley.
Yeah,
he's working on a comic book.
yeah, it still works.
Yeah,
Dorn is?
Yes.
Can
So-
you dig it?
So when you say they're light on comic guests, are you including Artist Alley in that as well?
they don't have. Yeah, I mean, as far as like credited creators and stuff like that, normally they have around 20, and they have a little bit bigger headliners than they do this year. Like last year, they had like Capullo and Snyder were the headliners and stuff. You know, they've had Jim Lee, they've had Eastman and stuff like that. So it's kind of a little light compared to what they've had before.
What up, Eddie? Thanks for coming through. We got Carlito coming in. What's up, my man? Hialeah. That's my dog. You got to meet Hialeah at the Florida Con or something, right? I think I saw you all together.
Oh yeah, I met him a few years back, so we hang out every.
That's a cool. I mean, he's a Raiders fan, but despite that, I wouldn't mind hanging out with him. He's a cool Raiders fan. Actually, Hialeah upsets me because he's a Raiders fan, so I want to get that rivalry going. But he's like, I'll say something really mean, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Patrick Mahomes did a really great job, man. You guys are a great team." I'm like, "No, that's not what you're supposed to say back to me. You're supposed to say something mean." So he's just a nice guy. You can't get into a shit talking contest with him.
Yeah, I like going. Me and Hialeah just hanging out by the pool all day long. That's always fun.
Hell yeah! What else is going on, man? Phil, what's your next con?
Well, I'm inspired to hear this gentleman speak about the success he's had, and I'm curious now that and I don't want to assume, but now that you have hit some goals, are there any bad habits that you're letting yourself get, that you're giving back to yourself as you still maintain a path towards your ultimate goal?
Are you talking about my fitness goal?
Yes.
You know, no, I don't really. I mean, I don't just cut everything off. To be honest, it's not like, oh, I can't ever drink soda pop again, or I just cut way back. So it's like,
all right,
you know, so that's kind of the way I look at it. It's like instead of eating Taco Bell like 3 times a week, I eat it like once a month. So it's not, you know, I didn't like just cut everything, and it's just, yeah. So it's been easier that way.
Because when Marcus asked me if I'm going to any more cons, it makes me recall my recent experience at Motor City Comic Con and how I learned how out of shape and I felt my age. And I really don't go there for the comics at all. I just go there for the socializing. So it made me kind of think, you know what, next time, like even if I was to go to Heroes Con, don't think I'm going to go to Heroes Con. I'll just hang outside and meet you guys for dinner. That kind of thing.
I mean, that would work if you wanted to do that. That would absolutely, because I plan to have a lot of fun afterwards. Pocan Joe's going to get me drunk again, I'm sure. So there's going to be a lot going on even outside the con. We've got to get together Friday night. That I cannot wait for that Friday night get together. It's going to be so much fun. So really the people, I'm going to spend more money on hanging out with people than on comics for sure. Guaranteed.
Yeah, like my budget is for food, right? And
and drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't buy
Anyway.
anything.
Well, I'm playing Powerball and Mega Millions this weekend. Wish me luck, because I'm running out of options to get there.
Well, when you're a big dirty influencer, Travis, you don't have to pay for anything, right? They just give you stuff. They just hand it to you. Here you go.
I call that grazing, and I just kind of walk around the aisles. They just give me stuff. Yes, that is true.
No. That's work. And I'm not saying you're rich, but it's funny how our society works. Is like the more you come up, like the more you have, the more people give you. It seems like it's like he's already got. But you've earned that through years of service to this comic book community. So I don't have, that's dope. That's awesome. I'm gonna give you some shit when I see you too. Actually, I give you shit every month. Matter of fact, now I think about it.
when I was at C2E2, I was walking around, and a lot of people like give me their exclusives and stuff like that. Oh, here, take this, or whatever. And so I had a bunch of exclusives that people gave to me, other retailers and stuff. And I really didn't want to carry them with me because I was more there to kind of explore Chicago, and go around the city. So I see Comic Tom, and I say, hey Tom, I go, you want these books? I gave him a stack of books. I was like, I just don't want to carry them, dude. He's like, gotta take them all.
He hocked him on Whatnot.
He's got a trailer full of stuff that people gave him.
Hawks him on Whatnot for $20-$30. Yeah, he's got. I'm amazed. I checked out his Whatnot. I think it was even last week, and I was just amazed at the operation he's running over there, man. It's incredible.
Well, that's because he's just rampant full of energy,
It's just crazy. But not just that, but just the book, like just the flow. He is moving books. That was the part that I was super impressed with. Is just no games being played, books are being sold, and it was super fascinating. He knows what he's doing. I'll just put it that way. What up, Digger Jim? Thanks for coming through. Cannot wait to see Jim here at Heroes Con in Charlotte. So excited. I'm planning to do a Heroes Con preview next week. So all the homies are going to Heroes Con. Definitely be ready for that one. Or you could go check out Cliff and Scotty Vaughn with John Boy. But John Boy's a great artist too. That's going to be a fun interview for sure.
I'm excited. We're very excited.
Real Rude is in the house. What up, my man? Good to see you. I don't know if we're going to be back with Lorenzo tomorrow night or not. He's on hiatus right now. So we were off last week. I have not heard anything about tomorrow, so I don't know if we're back this week or not. But cannot wait to get back in the saddle with that on Wednesday nights. And I'm pretty sure it's just Comic Tom Swagda on Whatnot. The same stuff. He's pretty easy to find. But one thing I noticed that like there was a lot of books that were going for overvalue. And that's not his fault. That's just people in there excited to buy. I was like, wow, I can't believe that book went for that much. I'm going to be on Whatnot soon, and I want you guys to do the same thing for me.
There you go.
Definitely.
There's only so much we can do.
And so where are you at, Travis? It's looking lovely out there.
I'm actually back in Oregon. This is at our private lake.
Oh, private. Nice.
Yeah. That's my uncle's house right behind me there. And then my brother's house is down there.
Nice.
And my dad's house is right there. Right there.
Yeah, so that's like the family compound. Then.
I was just thinking compound.
Yeah, it is. It's the family compound. That's what makes it possible for me to kind of do my travels, knowing that we kind of have this property that's been in our family for generations.
Yeah, man, family is everything for sure.
Yeah,
when it all goes to shit, yeah, you always know where place you can go, and we all got to have that place we can go when it all goes to shit.
Yeah.
Probably be if it all went to shit for us, it'd probably be my wife's parents. We'd probably go to them. Save us. What I was gonna ask you something. Now I'm blanking on it. What it was? Damn it. Oh yeah. Are you still on that Starlink internet?
I have it. I don't use it hardly at all anymore. The nice thing about Starlink is that it's month to month. You don't have to sign the contract or nothing. You pretty much just buy the equipment. and it's yours, and then you can turn it off and on depending on what you want to do. I'm using the Verizon home internet. Apparently there's a glitch in it to where you can actually use it as a mobile internet hotspot. so everyone's just using that who are mobile because it's a lot cheaper.
Is that why? Because it's cheaper, or is it better too? Or
I think it's a little bit better. I mean, it does require like a cell phone signal, but it seems to pick up better than like a regular phone, and it's unlimited. So it's just and I have a cell booster on my rig, so it kind of makes it a little easier to find the signal. So the booster itself was like $500 just to have that installed on my rig. So I'm pretty much anywhere I go, I'm pretty well off.
Chop has a question, and I'm actually interested in in the answer to this question. So we'll start with Travis. Chop wants to know, how did you come up with your screen name?
The Bueller name is actually so if you've heard of an Xbox and a gamer tag, you've heard the when people play
yes.
game, called a gamer tag. When I got my Xbox, years and years ago, it randomly generates a gamer tag name, and it generated mine, and it was Bueller. So when I started playing games online, everyone just called me Bueller. And then when I decided to do a YouTube channel, I just went by that name because I didn't really know should I tell people my real name? I don't know how that works. I was a little hesitant about doing that. So I just used Comics with Bueller. That's it. It's all Xbox.
Yeah, I think your name was Bueller to me for a pretty long time. I don't think I caught on to the Travis thing for a while.
I don't think for almost the first year and a half. So,
Cliff, how did you come up with your screen name? This is pretty straightforward.
Is it?
Cliff on NY. Cliff on NY, right? Isn't it Cliff on NY?
Right. All right. So I'm Cliff NY or Clifford NY, depending on what was available where, right? And so I was Clifford NY here. And as I was like trying to like get more involved with this community and stuff, and everyone's like, and Clifford NY is here. And I'm like, this sucks. Everybody else got a cool name. Phil's Treehouse, Legion of Comics, DJ Links. I was like, Shop for Comics, Chop and Drop. Everybody had something good. Like these names, I felt like boogieing. I was like, this sucks. So of course, Council of Comics, COC, which embarrasses them, and I think it's hilarious. And I do love alliteration as much as I love COC. So Cliff on Comics.
Okay. I like it. Phil, yours is also kind of straightforward. But how'd you come? I mean, the Treehouse isn't straightforward. So how'd you come up with yours?
Well, actually, as I put in chat, I always wished my name was Phil, and I've always liked tree houses.
Wait, you're telling me your name's not really Phil? Because that's gonna blow my fucking mind right now. If you're telling me that's gonna be a huge betrayal. I've been calling you Phil for your name's been Phil. So how'd you come up with tree houses though?
Because well, I have kind of a fond memory of one. We used to, my friends and I, we lived out in the middle of nowhere. We lived in like a subdivision, but there was nothing around us, and we didn't have driver's license or whatever. But we would go just wandering around in the woods and exploring, and we found a platform way up in a tree that someone had put up there, and that became our new place to hang out. We would just hang out and relax and get away from the pressures of high school, and
a tree house would be amazing. I've never had one in my life, but it would have been amazing.
Yeah,
those are so damn cool.
And I always liked the name Phil, so
Look at that. See, Benzo learned something tonight. That's the same way I came up with my name, Travis. It was Xbox 360 name that I altered. So Xbox 360 just out here blessing people, knighting people. My name, Circumstances, is an anagram of my real name, Marcus, Marcus. It was going to be Suckram, which is my name backwards, but Suckram's not a very cool name. So I switched the R and the C around to make it Circum. And I did this playing a game called EverQuest. And for the first 20 levels, you only have a first name. And then at level 20, you get a second name, a last name, if you will. And so for 20 levels, I thought about what my last name would be. And I realized, Circumstances, circumcised. There's all kinds of ways that you could go with that sound. And for the longest time, it was going to be circumcised. My name was going to be circumcised. But at the last second, right when I hit level 20, I changed it to stances. I decided not to be childish about it, which I'm glad, because it'd be weird if my name was circumcised, I think. Because that's been my online moniker since then, since 1999. So for 25 fucking years, my name has been Circumstances. So that would be my answer.
I don't know. FLC and chill with circumciser. I don't know. We'll see.
I was circumcised. Circumcises. Shout out in the chat. Tell me how you got your name. Carlito Classico is one that would be curious to find out how we came about that name.
Punxsutawney
You mean
Phil.
if I go to the Kroger and ask for Phil, they're not gonna know what the fuck I'm asking for? Betrayal, James. Straight up betrayal. What has been happening? Phil has a second life with a wife and 3 kids, and he never told us. What is going on?
I was rummaging through old low grades. I discovered episode 11.
Oh, is that my episode?
No, it's not one of your episodes.
Oh,
what is it? What's episode 11?
It's the episode where they do hashtag smell your own cum, and then they go into Ross's cum smells like soap.
Oh my goodness gracious! I missed that.
Yep. Oh no, I left a comment.
Oh wow! All the low grades.
Circum. A lot of people mistakenly will type it out when they
smell
say
your own what?
Smell your own cum, your own jizz, Mark. Your own reproductive fluid that helps produce your children.
You're gonna have to send me that bottle back so I could do that.
I've honestly never smelled it before.
Oh my God. I wish I had that bottle. That would be the first episode of my OnlyFans.
What is going on?
God damn it, Mark! Don't get Cliff started.
Mark tried real hard to turn. Oh no!
What up,
Fox
Crown?
Heroes. I told him I got a 6-pack waiting on him.
John's Comics with Kids in the house, also known as John Saget. What's up, my man? Good to see you. Thanks for coming through. We're talking, how did you come up with your username? And since you are here, we will do Mark. How did you come up with your username?
Oh, it was easy when I was thinking of it. I like DC Comics. I like villains. And Legion of Doom was a no-brainer. And I'm like, well, that kind of goes both ways. You got the Legion of Superheroes, the Legion of Doom. Legion of Comics is right there in the middle. People want to watch it, just they get the vibe that they are feeling from it. So it was perfect.
Is that something they do too, where they say "We Are Legion," or did you come? Is that a thing that you did?
Up with that. That's just from the Bible, my dude.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was a comic book thing or not.
I mean, that's been said for forever.
It's really funny because depending on which version of the Bible you have, depends on the response. When Jesus is casting the demons out of the pigs and they're running off, they scream, "We are Legion, we are mob, we are many friends." Yeah,
y'all remember Ghost Rider, right? With Nicolas Cage, like even the bad guy at the end of that, he's like, "We are many, we are Legion." Blackheart, like that was awesome.
Is Tyler? Are you still coming to Heroes?
Tyler is coming to Heroes, and he's bringing a tramp stamp on his back.
Is that still happening? Is Lee still coming? Or that's not happening?
Lee's not going to be able to make it, which really threw a monkey wrench in Tyler's plan. They had the plan for while Lee was here to do it and get video, because Tyler really wants to get a video out of it, and actually have the video for the whole experience and sharing it. But Lee's not coming, and that's where Tyler did content. You know what I mean? And
yeah, that's
Tyler really doesn't. But I'm sure like anybody in the world would be happy to help in any way we can to help facilitate you getting that hooker stain on the lower of your back.
So for anybody who doesn't know what he's talking about, last year, Tyler agreed to get a tramp stamp if they hit 50,000 on the donation for comics curing cancer.
And that's what the tattoo is the exact logo that's on Marcus's nipples. We need Marcus's nipples put on Travis's back target.
So he doesn't have it yet. He's having it applied at the
No, he does not have it yet.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So is he gonna have it, or is he gonna bullshit us? Because he's gonna catch a lot of hell if he did.
I don't think Tyler's the guy to give a shit. You can't. Yeah. You cannot give Tyler more hell than he's more than happy to take.
As someone who takes a lot of hell, it can get old.
I don't know.
It can get old. You can be like, all right, guys.
I mean, it can get old, but I don't think that anybody has. I don't think anyone's more stubborn than Tyler is when it comes to that. Some people are just built different.
Beat
man.
him. Yeah,
You're not gonna make him go, okay, I guess that was the last straw. Get the tattoo gun out. That's not a thing.
Oh, well, that's pretty straightforward. I would love to check out this Batcave. That sounds cool and kind of scary at the same time.
If there's not a Batmobile in it, you still got work to do, Eddie.
And Chop started it off. He, of course, he said his name because he works on cars, which I actually
that Chop Shop where he deals in stolen vehicles. Yeah, I remember that.
So there you go. We've all learned something tonight. What else is going on, man? We're almost at the hour mark. Anything else popping off besides Heroes Con? We can get more into that next week, though. I can't believe it's so close. I pre-ordered that. I haven't.
Look how big it is.
Is there an alternate cover as well?
No dust jacket. Just that bad boy right there.
It's so big and sturdy.
It is super sturdy.
Hardcover comics are so sexy to me, man. I love them.
This is what's happening right now. This is what matters for the pre-Heroes Con conversation. Comics Curing Cancer has their 2024 exclusive Sonic the Hedgehog issue number 69. Big shout out and thank you to Big Time Collectibles for making this possible. Our logo on the back. Very limited number of copies have been allocated to the website so we can sell some ahead of time to people who might not be able to make it to Heroes and you want to participate in the eternal battle against the ultimate supervillain, Cancer. So every dollar of that is 100% straight to the cause. We have nothing we have to reimburse. Big Time Collectibles ate every bit of the cost from the artist, the printing, the shipping it to us, everything. So big shout out to them.
Great, great company, great dude. What I'm forgetting his name. What's his name? Nelson. Yes, great company, great dude. And Miko Sion, pretty good artist there.
Don't get much better than that. That's fantastic.
That's dope, man. I will definitely be snagging me one here in Charlotte. Cannot wait to.
Comic Raider, the Sonic book is $30. And am I mod on your channel, Marcus?
You should be.
Okay.
I think you are.
I'm going to drop the link in the chat if that's okay, in case anybody wants to pick one up.
Oh, I guess I'll allow it.
Find all the goldfish underneath your bed.
Boop, boop, boop. Just trying to get that out there. We have a very, very large goal this year. We set the goal at 55,000 for C3. And in order to do that, it takes a village. It's a whole community effort. In order for us to do that is to get a running start. The economy this year doesn't look like the comic economy is as high up as it was last year. Everything's down. So we're trying to get a running start at the big thing this year and do stuff along the way. So there we go. His name is Robert Paulson. So we don't talk about Fight Club, buddy.
So I had a rumor. I don't know if you can confirm it or not. CJ. The art book that's being made available at Heroes Con, the rumor I heard was that the original art pieces will be later made available for auction.
Not a rumor. That's an official announcement. So part of the deal that we got when we set up the art book with everybody is that it's done on an 11 by 17 page and it's mailed to us. The art, and everyone is not allowed to reproduce any of the art. So it's going to be 100% trying to keep the integrity of the piece for whoever wins it. We've done the couple prints that y'all have seen, kept those limited, public knowledge, and so that's accounted for. And the original pieces will be part of our art auction that happens this year for Comics Curing Cancer the first weekend in October. So you can pick up the art book, or you can battle with these people and their relatives for the original art piece, their first published work. So you might want to get an art book just to be on the safe side.
Those are sentimental to the creator.
And
there's a piece in there. There's one of them that is every year I pick one item and I go hard for it. Like I have a large budget I go into October with for my annual donation at the end of it all. And I just aim for one thing. And one of those art pieces is on my list this year.
I love when Mark goes hard and aims. It's just
you know it. And that's why Tyler needs a back tattoo. I'm sick of him getting his hair messy.
So what? None of the art has been revealed yet, correct?
Incorrect. We have the post that we put up, and we did select images. You can see Taylor Winder's piece, Showtell Art's piece, Crazy Morse's piece. Who Crazy Morse for the past 13 years was a professional artist and animator with Pixar. You can see Michael Rushbrook's piece, who's a professional artist, most recently had his work in Fiendish. And you can see Ignacio's piece on there as well, who has the centerfold, that widescreen piece on there. But those are the only ones we're showing. Anything else beyond that, you got to get the book. And of course, Austin LeMay with the cover right there with Spider-Man, which we did the prints of already.
Man, that Godzilla looks pretty sick. That's probably
that's the Michael Rushbrook one, which you can imagine. That's the one I'm going for. He's also an Augusta local.
Yeah, that one. I figured that was probably the one. That's
I love me some dinosaurs, Marcus. I ride for Augusta. I'm going for it.
The colors on that thing just pop.
You want to know what's insane is DJ gets like all the credit for this, my man. It was his idea that we knocked around, and he reached out and gathered these people. And we had obviously that's a big logistics nightmare trying to get all these artists together and get this timed out right and everything. And we had somebody fall through, and I pointed out to DJ, I'm like, like I'm sitting on like a mountain of talent here in Augusta. We have a professional artist that's a local, that's an ABX regular that I know. So I reached out to Michael. He's like, absolutely, I would be honored. And he's donated prints in the past to C3 the past 2 years. And then I sent him the info. He sent us sketches the next day. He sent us full inks the day after that, and sent us full colors the day after that. Like he did that in less than probably 10 hours of table time.
That's sick, man. That is sick. I love it.
It was insane.
And so the Austin LeMay print will also be available?
Austin LeMay print is 100% sold out. That was the first.
No. I mean the original art.
The original art will be on for sale. Yeah. I think there's like one piece that was purely digital, but done by a professional artist and sent to us. So that one will not have an original piece, but it's like about 95% of them, I think it's safe to say, will have original pieces up. Some of them will look different than the original one, because some of them were drawn, then scanned in and digitally colored. So you'll get the original paper drawing before it will scan. So it'll be really cool to actually get to see all the pieces, how they look before they made the final journey of the process. It's been really, really interesting, really fun.
And it's cool that you guys are putting that together. Definitely going to be something that I need in my PC for sure. So looking forward to that. Exciting times. We're about at an hour, so let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's start with Travis. What's going on with you, man? What do you got coming up on your channel? Will we get a Monday show anytime soon?
Maybe.
All right, I'll take it.
Me and Bob talked about it on this past Saturday, so there's a good chance we might do something within the next 2 or 3 weeks. I'm only in Oregon here for probably till the rest of the month, and after that I'm leaving for a few months, and so hopefully we get something in before I go.
Is there anything for the channel that you're leaving for, or anything going on?
The main thing I'm leaving because my daughter's having her baby, my first grandchild, so I'm heading towards.
Hey,
Mazel tov. That's a good reason.
Hell yeah.
So I'll be down in Albuquerque for a couple months when that's going on. So that's kind of why I'm leaving.
Well, thank you so much for jumping on, man. It's always an honor when you come through. One of the OGs, one of the goats of this space, man. Thanks for coming through. Comics with Bueller on. Everybody knows who he is, but in case you don't, link is in the chat. Definitely plug into my man. Thanks again for coming through. Phil's Treehouse. What's popping on with you? Sunday Sort.
Well, I'm going to toss it, where am I here? Over to this guy to talk about my upcoming Saturday morning appearance.
That's right. Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This Lord's Hour. We got Coffee and Comics with Cliff with my special guest, Phil of Phil's Treehouse. Or as we know him by his Christian name, Elijah.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
Oh, goodness.
Elijah Snow is a pseudonym of mine in other
You know what's funny? When you said I always wish my name would be Phil, I kept processing what I should call you, what your real name is, and I was like, Elijah. That's it.
That's crazy that you picked that one.
Yes. Carrie was my guest this past week. We had an awesome time. So, Phil will be my 5th guest. And then hopefully sometime after Heroes Con, I will snag up Mark, and that'll be lovely.
What are we doing?
Coffee and Comics with Cliff on a Saturday morning.
You're getting snagged up.
You're getting recruited.
Yeah, I guilted him into it. I'm going to say no when he officially asks. I don't want to invite myself.
I'm a little offended that
I'm just kidding, Cliff.
You filthy whore.
I'm a little offended that you wouldn't invite me on a show called Coffee and Comics.
Do not be offended. I'm intimidated to ask you.
Travis, he was offended it took you this long to retire. He's been wanting to steal this idea for years.
3 episodes in 2 years. I think it's full. It's fair game.
I just want you to know, Coffee and Comics with Cliff is just because I'm obsessed with alliteration. I never. Oh, and also the guy who directed the first Shazam film. I befriended his wife, and she's in both Shazam films. So I befriended his wife. And so she's obsessed with coffee, and she's part of my idea for this.
Well,
so that's really fun.
Just to give due credit, our good friend Sleepy Reader 666 was the original person who did the Coffee and Comics video about 10 years ago. And
I had no idea.
Yeah, he
I didn't
about
know that either.
So are you going to get David Sandberg on your channel?
What's that?
Talking to Cliff, if he's going to get David Sandberg on his channel.
Who's David Sandberg?
The director of Shazam?
Oh, him. No, I mean, look, if I'm lucky, I'll get the wife, and we'll talk about her being blown to dust in the first movie, or rescued on the bridge on the second movie.
He gets killed in the second movie. He's in the end when the tree expands and all of the creatures come sprouting out. The sirens pick up David Sandberg, fly him in the air, and throw him to his death.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
So, Mark, just toss it back to me for a minute.
I
just wanted to say, because bringing back Comics Curing Cancer one more time. This was my big money purchase last year, and I just procured this from K-pop, and just wanted to shout out that on the 23rd, it keeps getting kicked down the road because of Heroes Con. I'm going to do a live stream in my normal Sunday 4:00 time spot, where she'll talk about what it was like to make this and all the different prototypes that she did, and how we actually have Roscoe. How do I say this? That Roscoe recorded sound effects that come on My Pet Roscoe.
That's amazing.
Also, Katie's hair is absolute fire in this picture. I love it so much.
She does have it.
That was at Bob Evans. We had a good time.
She
down on the
keeps it
farm.
protected with the hoodie normally. She doesn't let the sun beat it up.
So that was it. Thank you.
Very cool.
Awesome. And Phil, thank you so much for what you did procuring that during the event last year. You went above and beyond, my friend.
Well, a little preview. A year from now, in October, I plan on putting that back up for auction so that somebody else can enjoy him for a year. I hope to start a tradition of putting My Pet Roscoe.
That's a good point. It leads me to only one question. So does the crotch on this stuffed device have Velcro on it, or is just an open hole?
Turn it around and we'll find out on the 23rd.
Cliff. I blame you, Cliff. I entirely blame Cliff for that.
Well, now we know what my action figure is going to feature when we find out.
You dirty bastards. All right, Legion of Comics. Mark, what's going on with you, man?
Oh, nothing much. Same old, same old. Check out the channel. Have some fun. See you there.
All right, so check them out every Tuesday. And how you're not changing that day yet, even when they change, or
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a creature of habit. I know that.
Every Tuesday, DC Day.
Yeah, I go live at 2 p.m. on Tuesdays for DC Day. It's a fun stream, big crowd. It's a good time. Weekly giveaway on that one. Friday mornings, if you're an early bird, come hang out for the live stream. Sunday nights are the spoiler, look back at the week, review comics, movies, shows, news. I just started modern Star Trek stuff, and I got to tell you, it's fucking amazing. I'm like 3 episodes in the Strange New World. I'm addicted, yo. I'm absolutely addicted already.
I just put Discovery in my queue based on your recent episode.
Strange New Worlds is actually is actually okay. I like them both very much. I have a hard time choosing between
yeah, well, I'm like, I started Strange New World. I'm like, yo, this clearly spun out of Discovery. So I talked to Sector. He's like, you do 2 seasons of Discovery, and they bring in the Strange New World crew for the first time for an event episode, and then it spins off into its own. So I'm trying my damnedest to put it down and go back to Discovery, because like they told me like the best thing that they've done is Strange New World. So I was just going to go straight to it. And as soon as I did, it's like comics. I'm like, oh, I'm hearing callbacks. I got to go back. I got to consume it all. I need it all.
That's how they get you.
Start at Discovery, Phil. At least 2 seasons of Discovery, which are short seasons. These aren't 20-something episodes.
I'm glad to know that. That's good to know.
Yeah, I jumped on that grenade for you, and it's so hard to put down. Dude. It is so good, it's ridiculous. Yeah, all because I watched just the season finale, not season, but the series finale to Discovery, and it was good. It was damn good.
Are those both Paramount Plus?
Yeah, original. That Picard and Strange New Worlds are all the original Star Trek that Paramount Plus has put out. So I'm trying to consume it all as quick as I can before the next thing rolls out.
But Mark, how amazing is Michelle Yeoh?
I wouldn't know.
You haven't gotten that far.
I watched the final episode to an entire show. There's no more. That's all I watched.
Oh, you have so many.
Michelle Yeoh's only in the first couple of seasons of Discovery. I met Captain Michael B. Not Jordan, and she was fucking awesome. So we'll see. Michelle Yeoh is always great. I can't wait to see how she is as the captain of the Discovery.
Her initial appearance is so demure, right? That you're like, why would you do this? Why would you waste Michelle Yeoh like this? And then you meet the other Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah. Paul and Aggressive were talking about that. Just expect a lot more Star Trek talk on Sunday nights. It's getting segmented. And, Paul's been like a diehard Star Trek guy his whole life, but he's like mellow about stuff. He'll mention it. He'll passively say, I think Strange New Worlds is probably the best written and executed television show in modern history. But he'll say it so blasé that it won't sink in for me. And then finally, I'm like, yo, why didn't you tell me how good this was? He's like, well, I told you it was the best written show I've ever seen. I'm like, you did, but you said it like that.
Not like me. I'm standing on the rafters like a holla monkey, and I'm like, you gotta watch it.
I'm like buying merch to wear to show people. Also, like, if you don't hear me, you can see it. Like, I'm pumped. Paul's just like, yeah, I told you it's fucking good. I'm like, yeah, you did. That's all.
Mark, every time you say something to the effect of, I don't see anyone talking about the latest episode of X-Men 97, I cry because I'm like, Mark is not looking at my stuff. I'm up at 7 a.m.
I've pretty much got you blocked on everything, bro.
I understand. I stalked you too hard. I get it.
No, I'm just kidding. No, when I say people aren't talking about it, I mean, like, if it's not starting to make headlines and running through like the clickbait rounds and stuff, it was a dud. I made that apparent.
I immediately feel like I did not do it. I had no effect, and I didn't do any of the work. And as soon as he talks like that, I was like, I was up at 7 a.m. posting. 7 a.m.
Well, like, I'll sit there and like praise something and say something, but unless other people are saying it too, it's just me. You know what I mean? Like, well, Mark liked it. I wonder if it was good or if Mark's just forgot to take his medicine again or whatever y'all say about me when I'm looking.
Everything I said to you either way, to your face and behind you.
Exactly. That's what I said when I'm looking, not when I'm looking away.
Handle it. My Mark rodeo is, I choose my battles. And, that's my Mark rodeo.
I've never met a battle I don't choose.
That's why I choose.
You ain't just whistling Dixie.
You ain't just whistling Dixie, boy.
Yeah.
Kerry Picard is my captain, but DS9 is definitely second.
But he's right about Pike's hair. And for those of you who
don't
Anson
Mount, right?
For those of you who don't remember, Pike is also Black Bolt from the Inhumans TV.
Yeah, it's Anson Mount.
Movie. Yes.
He's amazing. Like right off rip, because like my introduction to Pike, other than like the original series like pilot thing, but it's the J.J. Abrams movie. He's the one who recruited Kirk. So getting like his story is just like amazing. What's cool is like in the original stuff, Kirk became the captain, but the crew was already there. So You have Pike as the captain, but you have Spock, Uhura, you have Kirk's dad. Like, you have all the characters you're familiar with. They're just a little bit younger, just not much, just a little bit before Kirk gets there. And you have Pike wearing the yellow. It's just the amazing hair, and you're just like, this is awesome. Look at Phil just smiling. It's good, man. It's good. I'm telling you.
I'm looking forward to the binge.
And the quality, the production quality, like, dude, this could have been in a theater. Yeah, the production quality is through the roof.
I can't wait for you to finish seasons 2 and 3 of Discovery and report back.
I'd like to watch season 1 first, if that's okay with you.
No, but I mean, I want you to, get there. Karen is all about DS9, Dominion War, and everything. The Dominion War really was some hot shit. I mean, the good way of saying this.
My LCS owner, ABX, Paul, he said that he held off for so long watching Deep Space Nine because he just felt some type of way about it because he watched all the other stuff, and he said when he watched it, it's one of the best written TV shows.
Oh, it's great. Super weird, but it's great. I love it.
I can't do the Ferengi.
I only think it gets weird because they had to get their footing, and then they had to decide, are we really going to stay this course, right? And then they were like, okay, we're doing it. Did
anyone else watch Stargate ever? Or am I the only one that was like hooked on Stargate but not Star Trek?
Oh my God, with that sexy man with the glasses who went on to play Hawkman on Smallville? Yes, I watched it just for him. Sometimes I even put the sound on.
Like people forget that, like, that's where we got like our first TV Thor. We got Atlantis with Jason Momoa in it, even like, and some of the best like sci-fi channel, like production wise, those movies they would do, like Stargate Continuum and stuff like that. When the little battle over Alaska, like the Stargate stuff was amazing.
You're never late, Patty Boom Daddy.
I think we're gonna have to bring back the early 2000s sci-fi stuff to the YouTube community, Cliff.
Look at Phil.
No, I'm just thinking of shows that I would add to that list. Yeah, I'm sure there are some.
Yeah, dude, Stargate.
Now, maybe not do all of it, but maybe showcase our favorite gateway drug episodes.
Exactly.
Like what's the episode you would show someone to get them hooked on a series? Yeah,
like Thor in Stargate, Phil, he's just a gray. They're gray. He's a gray. He's a gray. Because like back when the myths were made, they were just visitors. You know what I mean? And that's how they went down in the history lore. It's amazing stuff, dude.
Well, I'm very familiar with a Kurt Russell film, and for a long time, I roomed with a guy who was a big fan. So I was in the room while a lot of that show was on.
And not you.
So I have to say, nothing like brought me from my computer over onto the couch and made me say, I really got to watch this.
Yeah.
For Stargate. Although I really liked the movie, and I've seen that several times.
I've never been a Doctor Who fan. I've watched a couple of the David Tennant episodes. And I'm like, I just hate BBC production stuff. It just smells like BBC production, and it smells cheap. It's like, did y'all film this in a theater on a stage at a high school and just like did tricky camera work where we can't see the audience because there's not one there? It looks cheap and cheesy to me. I don't know what it is. I can never get over that.
There is a very good theatrical release about the making of Doctor Who when it first began in the 60s.
You mean the docudrama?
It's called An Adventure in here.
The docudrama, An Adventure in Space and Time.
That was really good. I don't like Doctor Who, but I like that.
If you never give a crap about Doctor Who, you should watch the docudrama because it is so well done. And I freaking cried at the end of it. And I didn't give a crap about Doctor Who at the time I was watching. No, it's not true.
Yeah.
I did.
Well, I still don't. But.
I don't have time. I'll be watching good shows like Star Trek.
It's a good docudrama. That's what I'm telling you. And like
a good docudrama would be Corman's World, the life of a Hollywood rebel. Shout out to Roger Corman. Gone too soon. He died at 93.
Oh,
93. Oh,
that's still too soon.
That wasn't a full life at all. God.
Oh, that's funny.
Man, y'all went into a long Stargate.
Star Trek goodbye. Yeah, we already said goodbyes.
You need another rant? You need another one? I got more in me.
Travis, I will be creeping into your DMs for a Saturday.
Fringe.
Let's go. What was your favorite episode? Mine was the werewolf on the airplane beginning. Like that was y'all remember season 1, I think. Yes. I think it was season 1 where the dude goes into the laboratory on the airplane. He turns out he had like werewolf syndrome. That show was dope.
I think one of my favorites might have been the reveal.
Parallel Universe is my favorite.
I was just gonna say when we
Which
cross
one?
over at the end of one of the seasons, and we discover there's a whole parallel Earth.
Yep.
I don't think I caught that one.
and
I haven't
it's
watched all
darker.
that like I've watched all of everything else.
I was gonna say, dude, you need to watch it because the parallel world is it's like oh look, and then they never let go. Like in parallel world, you're stuck with that.
And Leonard Nimoy later shows up as a series regular, and there's even an animated episode.
Another one gone too soon.
Not anymore, that's for sure. Did you ever see that commercial with him and Zachary Quinto, and they're racing each other and they're both singing Bilbo Baggins?
No.
Oh my God, y'all gotta look that up on YouTube. You will love it. You will love it.
By the way, speaking of Zachary's, I saw Zachary Levi at Motor City Comic Con. I didn't like staying in line for anything, but I like walked past and saw him over there with
standing in line for him.
No, not anymore. It was full.
I would.
Anyway, the only thing I remember was A, oh, there's Zachary Levi, and B, my gosh, he's tall.
Oh yeah, he's tall.
I would box up my McFarlane figure and go get him to sign the window box.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Or take my movie photo cover for the little one shot they did before the movie came out. I love movie merch type stuff.
Dude. I like
you are very drawn to the movie merch, but Zachary is a very tall and handsome man, and despite some flaws that he may have, he can still hit this.
What kind of flaws does he have?
Oh, just things that irritate me.
Okay. He has great hair.
He has fabulous hair, gorgeous shoulders. I mean, he's bilingual, so
how do you know that?
What do you mean? I know everything about him.
He's got a cam installed up in there.
Yeah, I was about to say.
He had a full
Welcome
beard.
to your future, Travis.
He had a fairly full but short beard. He had a beard like yours, Cliff, right now. I would say full but short. Yeah.
That's okay. He could get, and I love a good tickle. So,
Well, I need to write that down. Hold on.
I wrote that tickle in your basement a couple weeks ago. I don't know who gave me that gem. But.
No, everyone, make my bussy twitch. I mean, like, there's a whole lot of that,
Yes. In the middle of all the bussy talk, yes, John, that is Travis walking around.
He's trying to avoid the weird conversation.
Yeah. What up, Biggie Shaq? Good to see you, my man.
Hey,
I thought the Babysitter movie was first store.
Boys season 4 this month.
DJ, what's up, Wise? Good to see you, my man. All right, well, are you guys done? This is it.
That's up to you.
Yeah, it's your show. You can cut us off anytime you want.
We can jump right back to Star Trek talk. I've got so many thoughts right now.
So, you guys got me interested. Did you watch Picard at all?
No. And for
Season 1.
context, everybody says that season 1 and 2 of Picard is just okay at best, but season 3 elevates the entire series to be the best thing that's ever been
Where
made.
they all reunite.
Hands
That's what
down.
I've heard.
I don't know, and I don't want
one
spoilers. I
sucked.
haven't seen it. I want to try to avoid any information like the plague.
How much do you love the original Next Generation?
There's only one, the Next Generation.
You know what oh my God, how do I phrase this? Hey,
How did you like the Next Generation?
Like that? That's how you phrase it. Do it again for him, Phil.
How did you like the Next
I
Generation?
grew up with it. That's the one that was on when I was growing up.
Yeah. That's my favorite.
I'm just gonna lay it out. Seasons 1 and 2 screw with that continuity a little bit, and then the third season they're like, we are course correcting this shit hard.
Third season, I've been told, is the best fan service that's ever been done for a fandom ever.
Everyone gets to shine in that season.
Yeah, so I think, like, obviously, I'm 36, so I came up with the Next Generation on first and foremost, and those were the movies that were coming out. And I see movies. I didn't always watch the shows and stuff, but like Generations was the first movie I saw. Like, even before sitting down and watching the motion picture, when you had Picard and Kirk in there together, and you had, what was it, Terrence Stamp, like losing his mind, like trying to get in the Nexus wave, the time wave and stuff.
Very happy. He's my favorite villain always. And one of my favorite drag queens too. He's done everything.
I like Nemesis, Carrie. She said First Contact. Do y'all remember Nemesis and the Romulan?
That's my favorite.
Was that Wales?
Wales.
First Contact Wales.
No,
No,
Wales
that was-
is
that
number
was-
4.
Yeah.
First Contact had Kirk
Oh.
in it, right?
No.
Shatner?
No, First Contact
No,
is
First
the
Contact was
Borg.
with the Borg.
Oh, you know what? I don't think I ever saw that one.
Oh my God, it's the best. You got to go watch that. Treat
Yeah,
yourself.
I think I missed that one.
Treat yourself.
Before we head out of here, Travis, who's
Oh,
your
wait, we're leaving?
who's your Star Trek captain?
Shatner.
Cliff,
The
who's your Star Trek captain?
Picard.
Phil
Picard.
and Mark.
Chris Pine's Captain Kirk.
What the fuck? You're fired.
You know
like
what?
I told y'all, I didn't come like watch all the original show stuff. I watched the movies, and those new ones I thought are just phenomenal. Like
Listen,
me enjoying those
Chris
so
Pine
much
did
is what
come
made
from
me
Quake, so it's
decide to
okay.
dive into the shows.
Chris Pine made me like Captain Kirk.
Yo,
I did
Chris
not like
Hemsworth like had me in tears. I didn't give two shits about Star Trek. I go and see that movie in theaters, and I'm tearing up in the opening scene when Chris Hemsworth like sacrifices it all to save his kid. And then that's what got me with Pike when he went to recruit Kirk for the first time, and he says, "Your father was the captain of a starship for 15 minutes and saved 600 lives. I dare you to do better." And it still gives me goosebumps just thinking about that delivery. It's great writing. It's great delivery. It makes you want more of this world. And Strange New Worlds gives it to you. Discovery gives it to you. Go get it.
All right, I'm getting out of here before. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Cliff.
No, they did a great, unique job in that Star Trek reboot with Chris Pine. Done.
No, I was just I'm gonna get out of here before these people
Marcus,
go on forever
one more
about
thing.
Star Trek.
I'm just kidding.
Well, that's been another episode of FOC and Chill. Another lively discussion as always. We did not get to FOC once again, but thank you to everybody that jumped on. Shout out to Comics with Bueller. Travis, thanks for coming through, man. I appreciate you. Thank you to the chat that kept it lit as always. That's all I got for y'all this time. Until next time, peace.